Hey everybody and welcome back to another video. This is How to Invest, Spencer here, and this video will be on Plug Power, ticker symbol PLUG. Now this one has been in the news recently for an accounting error that went back all the way to, I think it's 2017, that we'll get into. If we look here at the chart, it peaked out in January, almost in the beginning of February at $73 and has since gone down to $20. And this video will be about whether you should buy, hold, or sell Plug Power if you already have a position in it. Let's get right into it. As we know here, if you are a regular on the channel, the market capitalization is the most important when looking at the stock, and it is currently worth almost $12 billion. If we look at the price back here, it was about 2.5 times, so it would have been about a $30 billion market cap or more at the peaks, so has come down quite substantially in price. Like I said, they have been in the news for accounting errors, and they are redoing their earnings for the years of 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020. So 4 years. Here's the article. This just came out today. Record first quarter for 2021 with gross billings of $70 million, up more than 60% over the year to year. Continues to work expeditiously to complete the previous announced financial restatement, and expects to file 2020 annual report on Form 10-K inclusive of the restated period within the next 5 days. So they'll finish the completed 2020 rework in the next 5 days, which is great to hear. And I kind of want to give my thoughts on why I'm not so scared of this accounting issue. Now, it does sound very, very scary if you hear that a company messed up on its accounting, and it can never be a good thing that they messed up when running numbers. That just means someone was incompetent at their job, and most likely more than one person. Most likely there's a chain of command involved when filing the earnings, which is honestly one of the most important things for a public company or publicly traded company, is the earnings, because that is really what drives stocks. It's earnings seasons and earnings reports and year-end earnings and how much they've grown over the year. It can never be a bullish sign in a company that their financial team is honestly just not capable in many ways, is what they're saying when they have to file. But since they just reported and they were up over 60%, my thoughts were that if anything, they would not have had to redo it if it were this number can only go up, is my idea, because it would not be as big of a deal if they had to reaccount and they had to increase their number. Say, oh gosh, we messed up our 2020 year. We actually made 3 times as much money. I don't think it will be that. Almost without a doubt that it will be less, and that this number will increase. So this will only look better. And if the company's doing well currently, I don't really care what happened a year, 2, 3 years ago. If it goes up 60% or more, I'm thinking it could go up, maybe even up to 100 if they were 40% off from their last year numbers, which is pretty hard to do. But in counting, if you make honestly just one mistake, 1 0 here, one there, one negative sign somewhere, it could throw it off by 100% or more. Could throw it off by 300%. So that was the one thing I wanted to say about that. If anything, it's going to be positive, and that is making me bullish about this company. I will get into when I will be looking to buy later in the video, but let's get further into the article. It says, Plug Power continues to execute on its business objectives and remains well-positioned to leverage the industry-leading leadership to capture a meaningful share of the 10 trillion hydrogen economy. 10 trillion TAM. $10 trillion of TAM. So this is not a winner-takes-all market. This is a winner-takes-some or few. There's going to be a lot of players in this. If you do not know, Plug Power works in mostly factories, and they work on hydrogen fueling stations for big, heavy machinery, mostly forklifts currently. So they go out and they install basically a gas pump in these factories or warehouses, and they already work with Amazon and BMW, so they already have some big name clients, and they're looking to expand elsewhere. And they will come out when it runs out, and they have service stations. So anytime they need to be filled, they'll call up the maintenance guy, say, "Hey, we're running low. We need to fill up," and they'll come out and refill it. Probably on a monthly basis, but it is a hydrogen, mostly forklifts for now, but they're looking to get into other big equipment too. And it says here, for the first quarter of 2021, expects 70 million in gross billings, a 60% increase from the first quarter of 2020, and expects 67 million in net revenue, which is great, a 60% increase from 2021. So billings is sales, and revenue is slightly different. In addition, the company maintains a strong balance sheet with over $5 billion in cash. So that's probably the most bullish thing I've heard about this company so far. They have over $5 billion in cash. They're a $12 billion company. They have almost 50% of their whole worth in cash. So if this goes under 10 billion, this might have to be a buy for me. I know I was saying what prices I will be getting to for buying. If it falls under 10 and continues to fall, I will definitely have to start thinking about buying. Bear the very bad accounting errors from within the 5 days. I will have to see that report. But if I check out the report and I'm not really worried about it, and it falls under with a $10 billion market cap in front of it, I'm going to have to buy this company. Further into it, it says the company expects a second quarter gross billing exceeds of 105 million, so they're increasing quarter over quarter. They had 60 or 70 million this quarter, and they're going up to 105. That's over a 30% increase, approximately 50% increase from second quarter 2020. And they're growing not over year, they're growing quarter over quarter substantially, and expects a report of 102 million net revenue. So the revenue is going up over 40%, which is crazy for quarter over quarter. 40% would be amazing for year over year. And like I said earlier, these numbers could only be more, because I am of the assumption that they would not the stock price would not be under so much selling pressure if the accounting issues were in the positive favor. So if this, oh no, we messed up, we actually made 3 times as much as we made it. I don't think that this would fall 80% because of that, or whatever, 60% that it's fallen. Says the Plug Power president, the fundamentals of the business remain robust, and with the record first quarter gross billings as evidenced by the continued advancement of our strategic pipeline, we remain firmly committed to executing on our mission to build out hydrogen economy in North America and beyond. Beyond is a big one there. The world is a big place, and there are many growing economies in different countries. So they can expand outside of America, Canada, which is great news. We continue to deliver state-of-the-art fuel cell and green hydrogen solutions to our customers and remain confident in the growth and trajectory of the business. We are working to complete our previous announced financial restatement as expeditiously as possible, which means as fast as possible. Company business momentum is further reinforced by recent strategic partnerships. The partnership with Bay Systems, a premier supplier of integrator low and zero emission electric propulsion systems, application integration, and collaborate supplying zero emission powertrains to heavy duty transit, bus, and original equipment manufacturers in North America. So they're looking to get into different types of hydrogen, like I said, other than forklifts, which is kind of their main play right now. They're finalizing agreement with a strategic partner, Brookwell Renewables, Apex, NYPA. So they're making a lot of partnerships to really kind trying to expand what they have to offer as a company. Because right now they're kind of limited, but it still is a very, very profitable and lucrative business model in its current stages, and it's only going to get more profitable and have more money hit the bottom line. And an agreement to develop 15 ton per day liquefaction plants with a chart. So that's for the hydrogen industries. Will utilize Chart's helium refrigeration technology, cold box design, and rotating equipment. The boxes or the position of the company have 2 hydrogen facilities operating at the end of 2022. So that's the end of next year. Formalizing formation of the company's joint venture with Renovalt is expected by the end of the second quarter, so by the end of June. And additionally, the company expects to finalize joint ventures with SK, Asian market. This is very bullish, expanding into Asia and other continents around the world. As previously stated on March 16, 2021, the company has determined to restate its previously issued statements in 2018, 2019. Okay, so it only went back to 2018, not 2017, as I said, but this is as far as I wanted to get into. This is kind of just more about Plug Power and what they do as a company and their sentiments looking forward. This was just kind of off the backs of their earnings, and they wanted to give some clarity and being transparency about what the accounting issues have been. But like I said and have reiterated a couple times throughout the video, maybe you weren't listening or just dozed off, but I don't see the accounting issues as being that big of a deal. This company is trading at the same price it was over 6 months ago. If we look at the 1-year chart, you could have picked this up a year ago and you still would have 5x'd your money, but it's looking a lot more attractive from a multi-year outlook and a sustainable chart. If it were to continue on the path that we're at from January, that was, I don't even want to do the math on that. What is it? I don't even know, but that's a crazy amount. That's over a 10x from just almost 6 months, 7 months. This is obviously much more sustainable, so maybe the accounting issues were a blessing for long-term investors in this company, but definitely do more research. I'm not a financial advisor. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and have a good one.